Hey everybody, it's Katie. Today we are going to talk with someone who's very, very important to me, and we're going to talk about a very, very important topic, and that is how to sow seeds in your marriage for a lifelong season of wonderfulness in your marriage and just kind of what that looks like. Today we are going to be talking with Barb, and Barb is somebody that I have known for probably about 23 years of my life, so she's actually known me for longer than...
This is a long time.
Yeah, this is a long time. I'm not trying to give away my age or anything like that, but she's known me since I was about 15 years old. She is a dear family friend, and so I met her when I was a teenager, and so she's kind of seen me through growing up, really, and actually she and her husband counseled my husband and I before we got married, so to say that she's a part of our family is pretty accurate statement. She and her husband still live in Alaska, but we fortunately get to see them at least once a year when they come to visit us here in sunny California. So today what we're going to talk about is, as I said, sowing into your marriage. And this concept was something that actually was shared to me by my mom, and my mom got it from Barb. And so I wanted to have her share it with us. It's something that she's shared at the moms group that I used to be a part of in Alaska, and I know that it was helpful for them, and it's especially helpful for me now because of the season of life that I'm in. You know, we're a young family, we have young children, husband works, and so I feel like it's especially pertinent to where we are right now. And so I wanted to snag her while she was here because I was hoping that she could kind of unpack this wisdom bomb for us so you guys can hear about it too. So Barb, if you can kind of share where this came from and what it's all about, that would be great.
My husband and I had been married a long time, a number of years at this time. In the early, probably the first 5 years of 2000, 2002, something like that. We'd been married a long time. We've been married 50 years now. 50! Are you kidding? But back it up a few years, I began to think about this. When we were on a trip alone. We were on a trip for a vacation for ourselves, and this thought came to mind: don't miss dessert. I thought, what is that about?
Yeah.
What do you mean don't miss dessert? I felt it was the Lord speaking in my heart. Yeah. And this concept came that there are seasons in a marriage, like there are courses in a dinner, in a nice dinner party. Yeah. You have the salad years, the main course years, and the dessert years. So it came to me very plainly, like sections of a meal, like a nice dinner party of the salad, the main course, and the dessert. Yeah. And that there are years in a marriage and seasons in a marriage that are important distinctions to those three areas. Yeah. And again, the admonition was, don't miss dessert. I thought, who wants to miss dessert anyway?
Not me.
I don't want to miss dessert.
Yeah.
So then what came to mind was people can miss dessert if they don't maybe live long enough to come into dessert, or the relationship unfortunately doesn't last long enough to get to the dessert part.
Yeah.
Or the saddest tone I think I've ever heard in my life was, they don't believe for it.
Yeah.
That they believe the culture that says after a certain age, or just pick a number, any number of years, it's all downhill. You just kind of hang on by your toenails.
Yeah. Well, we've been married this long. We might.
And it's a very dismal view, but it's the opposite of what God says.
Yeah.
He's way into covenant. He's jazzed about covenant. Why would he not reward covenant keeping? He does.
Yeah.
So there's always more that he has as a reward, actually, of keeping that covenant, coming through those years, and that there is more, and to believe for that.
Yeah.
And therefore be able to receive it.
I love it.
And not like block it with our brain.
Yeah. And not
don't want to have
what
a brain block.
Says. Yeah.
No,
none of
that would be sad.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I love the topic of dessert because I'm just thinking of like a brownie. But I was wondering if you could go into a little bit of detail and unpack maybe each of those and what that's all about, because
Right.
I'm liking how this sounds so far.
Right. Actually, it had to unpack to me first because I was asking, what do you mean salad course? What do you mean main course?
Yeah.
And there was like the definition really of the salad days. Those are those early skinny days where it's a little bit spare. It's simple.
Yeah.
It's more simple. A lot of times it's on the skinny side of budgeting.
Sure.
Not always, but it can be. That's the salad days. That's the intro days to what is designed to be a whole full course meal.
Right.
And then into the main course. Typically, that is more the child rearing years. That is intense. That's is sleep deprivation.
Oh, that's me too.
Sleep deprivation are us, you know.
Yes.
It's intense. It's busy.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of extra time. And it may feel like that will be the only season, just because it has such an intensity to it that you go, I don't think this will ever end.
Yeah, it feels so deep.
Really.
Yeah.
But the concept that was being shared with me was that those days do end, but it's not ending there's this big nothingness that you go into. It's dessert.
Yeah.
Who doesn't want dessert? And the dessert days being defined as it kind of calms down more.
Sure.
There's more time. There's often more time together as a couple,
Kids
potentially,
are out of the house.
unless you fill it with all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
And a dessert time is a time to linger over and savor.
Oh, I like that.
And you it's the calm down time of a meal, and you kind of linger over that brownie.
Yes.
Oh, at our house it's ice cream.
Yeah.
Okay. And you enjoy it. And the little phrase that came with that part was sip the sweet together.
Yeah.
Sip the sweet. And really enjoy that part. And we have really made a point of doing that.
Yeah.
More intentionally than we would have before.
I think that's so
Since
good.
that time, and it's been rich.
Yeah.
Guess what? It's not getting more downhill. It's way more enriched.
Yeah.
Just better.
You guys are on the mountaintops.
Yes.
Yeah.
We say we're on a roll. We are golden.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, 50. Yeah. 50 years.
50, but
golden.
before we were 50, we were already
still
golden.
Yeah.
And Jesus adds the pizzazz.
Yeah.
He does that, and he wants us to believe for that.
Yeah.
It also gives hope in those middle years that they frankly are intense. Those are the moms that I talk to who haven't had a private moment in years, of their own. They, you know, all the embarrassing, you're in the bathroom and your kids are in there and you go, can I even have 1 minute alone? Or it's intense time-wise trying to have any date time together with honey.
Yes.
Is a challenge.
Yeah.
And the other thing about dessert is that it is not all later. I know this concept described it as also the later part of a meal, but it's fine to slip in dessert all the way along. In fact, that's scriptural.
Oh, I love that.
So
that's so true.
So,
you sneak those little date nights, and it's like a little. It's like the little bite of a brownie on a Wednesday.
That's right. That's right. And that snitching dessert early is perfectly legal.
And it's also helping you keep your eye on the prize of okay, I have a little nibble of dessert, and then I remember to myself, okay, when my kids graduate and they leave and they're out of the house, that little tiny nibble of dessert that was so amazing and awesome, that time I spent with my husband, there's years to come of that, and so I want to prepare for that, and I want that to be what I have to look forward to.
Yes.
So I sow into it.
And that God has the more.
Yeah.
And he has that ready for us and wants us to believe for it.
Yeah. That's so
because
good.
that's part of his heart.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he feels sad too about that.
And we end up doing kind of what the world does, and
Dismal.
It doesn't look so good. You either
Right.
grow together or you grow apart, and like I'd rather go together.
It's
Eating brownies.
also there's a scripture, without a vision the people perish. One version says, without a vision people throw off restraint.
Yeah.
And sometimes what will help a child make it through the broccoli or the whatever it is that they don't like, the rutabagas or what I hated rutabagas. Oh my gosh.
I don't really know.
We banished those, but whatever can be difficult in the main course, sometimes a promise of dessert really helps you stay the course through that dinner and finish the burger and be able to, through the more difficult, intense times, know that there's not this great big nothingness.
No, there's a
up
reward
ahead.
at the end.
There's more, and then there's more after that.
I love it. That's so good.
Yeah. That's what Jesus has for us.
Thank goodness for that. I wanted to ask for you personally, you and Mike, what are some of the high points of your dessert years? Because you have grown children, so you're in the dessert years.
We have grown children. We have many grandchildren, so we enjoy time with them. But also, we enjoy our own time as well.
Yeah.
We enjoy vacationing in Mexico sometimes, and we enjoy going motorcycling with friends, and both locally and a few little trips around Alaska in our case, and just those are fun things.
Yeah.
Or even just being able to go out for a dinner and just enjoy that time together. We go camping. We have a glamper.
Yes,
we have a glamper. We named her Irma. Yes,
love
it. It's not brand new, but it's just well taken care of. And
it's
we
not
just
a tent,
go.
right?
It's not a tent. This is important to me. And anyway, especially with bears in Alaska, I want him to have to rip a door off to get to me rather than reach through a wall. So I'm just a glamper girl. I'm just kind of a townie girl.
Yep.
Anyway, we enjoy those kinds of things, and it's just been good.
That's sweet.
And we tell each other that we value each other.
Yeah.
We verbalize that. I call him my honey dude.
Yeah.
Yes.
The nickname, I love it.
Yeah.
See what you've just described, the high points, that's what I want. And so I have a vision of what I want to go to. And so, hearing this, it's just fuel for the fire that reminds me it's okay. It's, you've got a goal. You have a vision for where you want your marriage to be.
We also sow into younger couples, and we so enjoy being able to do that in just big ways, little ways, walking alongside you guys as you prepared to say the big I do.
Yeah. Well, it's important for people my age.
Fun.
Yeah, it's important for us to have people like you and Mike speaking into our lives and walking alongside of us, because it's easy to kind of feel like you're drowning a little bit, and then to have someone come alongside you and just say, a little bit of guidance, wisdom from people who've been there and done that. That's good. Thank you so much for being here and for sharing this. Like I said, my mom had already told me a little bit about it, but it was nice to hear it, because I actually don't think I ever have heard the whole story from you. So thank you so much for spending some of your time here with us. It's very appreciated.
I love it.
Yes.
I love time with you and time to share
Thank
what
you.
is important to meet you.
Yeah, thank you. All right, friends, well, that's it. We're going to wrap up. Thank you so much for watching. If you like our video, please click like. And also, if you liked our video, we would encourage you to share it. If there's someone in your life that you think could benefit from hearing about this right now, just as encouragement in their marriage, please do share it. We would absolutely love that. I'd also like to invite you to subscribe. If you are a subscriber, then you get a little email notification when we post our videos. We do videos each week, and we've got about 80 videos worth of just family stuff and pretty much where we're at in our lives and kids stuff and all kinds of different things. So we would love for you to join our little family. We have a Facebook page, and we also have a blog, and we'd love for you to check us out in one of those areas. Hope to see you all next week. Bye.